Hey everyone, I wanted to make a quick video about some different printing techniques that really are quite simple but can add a lot of value to your prints and really add a lot of value to your customers, but they don't require a lot to do. But there are some pretty neat black on black prints that we've been using lately, and they are pretty cool, and they can really set your print apart from others, and you could potentially give them to a client as well if you want to show them something different they've never seen before. I'm going to show you everything first here, and then we'll get printing. But the basic products I'm going to be using today is, first product is International Coating 717 Ultimate Black. I'm not going to pick it up, it's on the floor, but it's in a 5-gallon bucket. It's International Coating 718 Matte Black. And then a couple of these special effects bases are International Coatings 3809 FX Gel Gloss Clear. And the last one is just International Coatings Granite Base. And that's it. And so I mixed a couple of them up in a couple different scenarios here. This one is just 75% of that granite base, and I put in 25% of the Ultimate Black with it. And then this is the gel gloss. I put in 90% of that, and we have 10% of the Ultimate Black in this. That's it. Let's look at some of the more technical things with this design. You're gonna find out really quick, it's nothing crazy though. It's just, I'm gonna do a two color print and keep it really simple, because I want the main focus of this to be that literally anyone, anywhere can do this. Very basic equipment. You don't need a lot of specialty stuff. You can do pretty much all of these on an auto for very large runs, but you also don't have to have an auto. You can do it on any basic manual. I'll be doing it on an M&R Chameleon. Pretty standard manual press. And we're just gonna be using regular old manual squeegees, 70 Duro, single Duro squeegees, wood handle, you know, once again, nothing special. The first screen though in this design, it just has basic block, some basic text in it. Within this just basic rectangle of each design, that's what I'm going to be putting the matte black in. And that's all it's going to be. That's going to be the same one. That's going to be our constant in every single one of these print styles. But that's all that is. Basic block, matte black in there on the first one. This screen is a 230 mesh. It is a thin thread. I do like to keep them over 20 newtons. I do like my frames nice and stretched. But that's it. Nothing special here. Pretty standard 230 stretching glue that you can find at just about any shop. Just a 1-to-1 coating with a standard just dual cure emulsion. So again, nothing special. The second frame I'm going to be using here is bigger text with the smaller knocked out. That's just going to be in the negative space. That's going to just be the shirt color showing through. But then we're going to put these big block letters on top of the rectangles that are underneath, and check out what the interactions are that we get with each of those inks. This screen now is a 156, still a thin thread. The only thing different on this one, instead of a 1-to-1 coating, it's 1 coat on this side, 4 coats on the back side. So 1 to 4. And it just builds up just a little bit more of a stencil, but still nothing crazy. No cap film, no high density emulsion, just a standard dual cure emulsion. Anybody can do this in any shop, pretty much anywhere. So that's it as far as the technical side, like the products we're going to be using. So let's get on the press and get printing. Okay guys, so we have all these prints done, and I'm going to walk you through each one and kind of show you the differences and see what we came up with. I will also post photos of these at the end so you can see them a little bit better one-on-one, because that may help with this, especially being a video. So first and foremost, let's keep in mind that in the rectangle part of all these, that's just International Coatings Matte Black in all of them. That's the constant. So this is the first one and the most basic one. So it was International Coatings Matte Black and then International Coatings Ultimate Black. So two stock blacks, and you can see they really stand apart. You really get some major contrast, but that's a very simple print that just about anybody can do. Two stock blacks, but it's not going to cost a lot, but it's going to provide some major value and make something totally unique and totally different for your customer. But really it's just two blacks. So very simple, pretty awesome little technique there. So that is black on black. Now the second one we did, this is just the gel. That's all that is, the matte black and the gel. And it's very similar to this one, except it's just a bit shinier. It almost gives, you know, a high sheen close to a patent leather kind of look. So this one is shiny, but this one is a very high gloss on that one. So the next technique we did is I did what I call a print and then an over flood, meaning we flood over the whole thing and then just leave it flooded and pull the screen up through it, and that leaves a texture on it. That's what we did here. And depending on the body of the ink, whatever your ink is, and you can of course change the viscosity of it too to make it do different things, it leaves different textures. But for this video, we just left it as is. I didn't play with any of that stuff. So it made a pretty unique texture on it. But the peaks in the texture aren't super high. It's fairly low still and fairly smooth. And that's just another technique with the gel. So the next thing I did, I went back and I took the same thing we did here with just the matte black and the ultimate black, and I put that back in, and we did the same thing. We did that overprint and flooded it and pulled the screen out. Well, cool, because this has a bit more body to it. It left these real high peaks on it and left a really cool texture. So that one's a pretty neat one too. Once again, very cheap though. From a printer's standpoint, that's a very low cost print. Two stock blacks again, nothing crazy. So on the next one we did, now we took the granite base and I put that in. So we printed that, same thing. I did a print, I flashed it with the granite base, and then I took and put the granite base back in again, flooded over it, and then I took a polyester brush, just basic poly bristles. You can get them at any dollar store. And we took and just brushed it through it in one direction. And that gives a really cool effect with the granite base. Like that totally gives you a whole new look there. And so the last one finally that we did is that same thing, the granite base. Now instead of making the brush strokes all one direction, kind of moved it around to give it more of a painterly effect. And then we flashed it and just tapped the peaks of that granite base with just some foil to just give it some little highlights. That gave this really nice artistic quality to it. So you got all these different ones here. So this is just matte black with ultimate black, matte black with the gel gloss, matte black with the gel gloss and a little texture added, matte black and ultimate black, matte black and granite base, matte black and granite base with some foil highlights. That's it. And I'll post some pictures here along with these so you can get a little bit better view of them.